What's on tap? I'm Brittney Hibbs-Kelson here at the Beverage Warehouse in Winooski. Thanksgiving is this Thursday, so many of you are probably wondering what you should have on your table for guests. So Jeff Baker's here with Farrell Distributing, and he's going to do a great job of pairing for us different beers that you should have for the Thanksgiving table that pair perfectly.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me on. So a lot of people will tell you that wine is what you have to have at Thanksgiving dinner, but you know, Uncle Al and great Aunt Lucy, they want to have a beer with dinner.
Yes.
So we're going to go through and pick out a couple good things. Most people for Thanksgiving have turkey. So with the bird, there's hands down no better beer than Saison DuPont.
Okay.
It's a Belgian style Saison. It's high carbonation. It's got this nice white pepper note, a little bit of lemongrass, but it's really the high carbonation that's going to help cut through the richness of everything, refresh your palate, and get you ready for the next bite.
Absolutely. And what about those who don't do turkey? Maybe they do ham.
Oh, sure. If you want to do ham, I would say Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale is a good way to go because it's going to match the sweetness of the ham, but it'll also calm down some of the saltiness. I was thinking if you don't eat meat, maybe a vegetarian meal. I would pair with Weihenstephaner's Hefeweiss beer, which is a German-style wheat beer and has this nice kind of fruitiness from the yeast, but it also has that high carbonation level, so it's not going to, bog you down. So you'll notice that none of these beers are hoppy per se.
Sure.
And I think that hoppy beers are great, and I love drinking them. But with such a rich meal and a lot of salt and a lot of fat and that sort of thing, I think hops are going to compound that and make the hops taste more bitter. That's why I tend to stay away from hoppy beers at Thanksgiving.
Okay, interesting. Good to know, Jeff. All right, and let's go now to Harpoon, the new Dunkin' coffee porter.
Yeah, so what goes better with pumpkin pie than a cup of coffee, right?
That's right.
Well, what goes better is beer with coffee in it and the pie.
Yeah.
So Harpoon teamed up with Dunkin' and came out with this coffee porter, and it is just awesome.
Excellent. I can just imagine what that tastes like with some pumpkin pie. Now we're talking. Okay, only a few more days. All right, and what do we have over here?
So if I haven't convinced you that hops don't belong on the Thanksgiving table, may I recommend two beers from Long Trail Brewing, the Vermont IPA and the Vermont Double IPA. And the reason I recommend these specifically, if you want that hop flavor, is that they're lower in bitterness. They're not gonna compound the saltiness of the meal. They're gonna be a little bit juicier and a little bit easier going.
Perfect. Well, Jeff, thank you so much. You've given us all a lot of great ideas. There will be no shortage of good beverages at the Thanksgiving dinner table. Thanks so
for
much,
having me.
Jeff. That's what's on tap.